Hello, everyone, and welcome back to English Podcasters, your safe space for learning easy English through real stories and heart-to-heart conversations. I'm Maya. If you are listening to this right now, maybe you're in your kitchen cooking a meal, or perhaps you're on a long, tiring bus ride home after a busy day. I want you to stop for just a second and take a small deep breath. Just by pressing play and choosing to spend this time with us, you are already taking a brave step forward for your English journey. Even listening quietly is a form of practice that counts toward your future and your confidence.
Hi everyone, I'm Leo, and I am so happy to be here talking and learning with you today. Maya, I have to be honest with you. This morning, I was talking to our friend Sarah. She told me some very exciting news about her new job, and I couldn't wait to tell my brother about it later. But when I started the story, my brain completely froze. I knew what she said, but I didn't know how to repeat it in English without sounding like a robot. I kept thinking, do I say, she says, or she said? The silence felt so heavy because I wanted to share the excitement, but the grammar felt like a wall.
Oh, Leo, that frozen moment is something almost every learner faces in real life. You hear something interesting. You want to share the news or a bit of gossip, but then you realize you've forgotten the exact words, or you aren't sure how to shift the time. It feels like your brain is doing too much work trying to translate and follow rules at the same time.
Exactly. It felt like a test I wasn't ready for. And that is why today's episode is so important. We are talking about how to share news and gossip, and mastering easy reported speech. We want to help our friends move away from book English and start using life English, the kind of English that feels human, natural, and kind.
I love that. And friends, before we dive into our stories and magic patterns for today, we have a small, friendly request. If this podcast helps you feel even a little more understood or confident, please subscribe to English Podcasters and click the like button. It really helps our family of learners grow, and it tells us that you want more lessons that help you speak from the heart.
So Maya, let's start with the basics. What exactly is reported speech in our daily lives?
That's a great way to ask it. In simple words, there are two ways to repeat what someone said. The first is direct speech, where you repeat the exact words like you are copying and pasting. For example, if Sarah says, "I am happy," and you repeat, "Sarah said, I am happy," that is direct. It's dramatic and clear.
But that sounds a bit formal for a casual chat with my brother, doesn't it?
You are right, Leo. In real life, we usually use indirect speech, also called reported speech. This is where we report the meaning of what was said, but change the words to fit our story. So, "I am happy" becomes, "She said that she was happy." Notice how the time changed? Moved one step back to was.
Ah, I see. So, it's like the words are moving back into the past because the conversation already happened.
Exactly. This is what teachers call backshifting, but don't let the scary name worry you. Just think of it as time logic. If the reporting happened in the past, the message follows it.
I noticed that you used the word "that" in your example. She said that she was happy. Is that always necessary?
Good question, Leo. In life English, the word "that" is optional. You can say, "She said she was happy," or "She said that she was happy." Both are 100% correct. Native speakers often leave it out because we are a little bit lazy.
I like that. Lazy is good for beginners. But what about the people in the story? If Sarah says, "I am tired," I can't say, "She said I was tired," because that would mean I am tired, right?
Precisely. This is the second big change. Pronouns. You have to change the I to he or she because you are speaking from the outside now. Your perspective has changed.
So, if Sarah says, "I love my job," I report it as, "She said she loved her job."
Perfect. You're not just learning grammar, you're learning how to tell a story naturally. Let's try a little roleplay so our listeners can hear how this sounds with some daily news. Leo, imagine you are a colleague at work, and I'm telling you what the boss said this morning.
I'm ready. Maya, did the manager say anything about the meeting?
Yes, He said that the meeting was cancelled. He also said he would send us an email later.
Really? That's interesting. Did he say why?
He said he was too busy today.
See? That felt so natural. Maya shifted is to was and will to would. And did you notice, friends, that I used a listening phrase? I said, "Really? That's interesting." This keeps the conversation breathing while Maya tells the story.
That is a great point, Leo. Listening is just as important as speaking. Now, let's talk about something that makes many learners nervous: reporting questions.
Oh, those are tricky. If Sarah asks me, "Are you coming?" how do I tell someone else that she asked me that?
For yes or no questions, we use a magic word, if. So, "Are you coming?" becomes, "She asked if I was coming."
And the word order changes too, doesn't it? It's not, "She asked, if was I coming?"
Correct. In reported speech, the question becomes a statement again. Subject first, then the verb. She asked if I was coming. It's much smoother.
What about WH questions? Like, where do you live?
For those, we keep the question word where, why, how, but we still change the order and the tense. So, "Where do you live?" becomes, "She asked where I lived."
She asked where I lived. That sounds so much more professional and calm than trying to repeat the question exactly.
It really does. Now, friends, let's talk about the mindset of sharing news. Many of you stay silent because you're afraid of mixing up the tenses or the pronouns. You worry that if you say "she said she is happy" instead of "she was happy," people will think you are bad at English.
I've felt that fear monster many times. But Maya, what happens if we do make that small mistake?
Friends, please hear me clearly. Mistakes are your best teachers. If you are telling a story and you forget to backshift, the other person will still understand your meaning. In fact, in life English, if the information is still true right now, native speakers sometimes don't even change the tense. Communication is a bridge, not an exam. Perfection never comes, but brave English, speaking even when your voice shakes, that is what builds your future.
I agree. Having an accent or using the wrong tense just means you speak more than one language. That is a superpower. Instead of thinking, "My English is bad," try saying, "My English is improving every day." That small change in your self-talk removes the heavy pressure to be perfect.
Let's look at a situation that involves social problems or news we hear in our communities. Sometimes we hear a sad story on the news, maybe about poverty or families struggling, and we want to tell a friend so we can find a way to help.
That's a very real situation. How do we report that kind of news politely?
You can start with a neutral observation. For example, "I read in the news that many families were struggling with rent," or "I saw a story about a program that helped children in need."
And if we want to share someone's personal struggle that they told us in confidence,
We must be very gentle with our words. You could say, "My friend told me that he had lost his job, and he was feeling very stressed." Notice we used "had lost" because losing the job happened before he felt stressed. It creates a clear timeline for the listener.
he said he had lost his job. That sounds very empathetic and clear. Maya, I noticed something else. We often use the word told instead of said. Is there a rule for that?
Yes. This is a very helpful pattern to remember. Use said when you just want to report the message, but use told when you want to mention the person who received the message.
So, she said that she was tired, but she told me that she was tired.
Exactly. You say something, but you tell someone something. Using told helps the listener understand who is involved in the story.
Let's try a role play about reporting a command or a request. Imagine I am your brother, and you are telling me what Mom said about the weekend.
Okay. Leo, I talked to Mom this morning. She told us to come for dinner on Sunday.
Oh, really? Did she say what time?
She told me not to be late, but she didn't say the exact time yet.
Notice what happened there. Maya used a very simple pattern for commands. Told plus person plus to plus verb. She told us to come. And for a negative command, told me not to be late.
It's so much easier than trying to remember complicated rules, isn't it? Just think, who did she tell, and what was the action?
Maya, what happens when the news is about the future? Like when someone makes a promise?
Promises are beautiful in reported speech. If someone says, "I will call you tomorrow," you report it as, "They said they would call me the next day."
Wait, you changed tomorrow to the next day. Why is that?
Because if I tell the story 2 days later, tomorrow is already in the past. So we use words like the next day, that day, or the day before to keep the timeline clear for the person listening.
That makes so much sense when you look at it through the time-distance lens. It's about being a clear storyteller.
Precisely. Now, friends, if you are having a flat day, a day where English feels like a heavy mountain and you feel like you aren't progressing at all, please listen to this. You are allowed to be tired, but please don't quit. Rest is part of the journey. Even if you only learn how to say, "He said he was busy today," that is a victory for your future.
Don't run, just don't stop. I love that image. It's like walking in the fog. You only see a few steps, but those steps still move you forward. Maya, let's talk about emotional reported speech. This is where gossip usually lives.
You mean like when someone says, "I can't believe what she told me"?
Yes. Imagine someone said something surprising. She said she might move to another city.
Using might or could shows that it is a possibility, not a fact yet. It adds that feeling of uncertainty to your story. He said he might quit his job sounds very different from he said he was quitting his job.
Wow. So, English actually reflects our emotional certainty, even when we are repeating someone else's words. It's not just words, it's a mirror of our heart.
It truly is. When you share news, you are opening your world to someone else. You are saying, "This is what I heard, and this is why it matters." And even if your grammar isn't perfect, your intention to connect is clear.
Maya, let's give our listeners a very simple storyteller's formula they can use this week.
Good idea. Step 1. Start with "he said" or "she told me." Step 2. Move the action word one step back into the past. Am to was, will to would. Step 3. Change the pronouns to match the person, I to she. And step 4. Keep your voice calm and natural.
I'm going to practice that by telling my coffee cup about my morning. It's not just grammar, it's a way to belong in a conversation.
It truly is. We are so incredibly proud of you for staying with us until the end of this episode. It shows you are dedicated to your story, your growth, and your voice. Your voice deserves to be heard, even if it shakes.
Now, we have a small challenge for you, an English Podcasters Challenge. In the comments below, share one piece of news. It can be patent. Tell us what someone said to you today.
Use our reported speech pattern. For example, "My friend said that she was going to the park," or "The news said that it would be a sunny day tomorrow."
We read every single comment, and we smile because every sentence you write is a sign of your small courage. Your journey is unique, and we are so happy to be walking it with you.
Take small steps. Use your soft words. Don't be afraid of the mistakes, and don't be afraid of the silence. You are closer than you think, and you are doing better than you realize.
We'll see you in the next episode of English Podcasters. Keep speaking, keep growing, and always remember, even a whisper counts as a victory.
Bye-bye, everyone. Have a wonderful, brave day.
Bye. Remember, every story you tell builds your future.